Hi, this is me Nasrullah Khan. I welcome you in my online class today. Today's topic is very important related to the business communication and to those who are working in their professional lives, those who are working or serving somewhere else in any organization. This lecture would help them in their communication and day-to-day practices, and that is the 7 SMART principles of communication. 7 SMART principles of communication helps you improve your day-to-day practices and communication in the organization and as a student in the academia. There are 7 C's. They are known in today's era as 7 C's of communication, which starts from clarity and ends with courteous approach of writing or speaking. Now, if we look at these further division of 7 C's of communication, we start with being clear in our communication. Clarity is the first C that defines that whenever you start your communication, be it written or oral communication, here, since we will be focusing on the written communication or written business-like communication, therefore, we'll be focusing more on email writing, letter writing, and furthermore, memorandum writing. So clarity is defined as that clarity talks about the clear structure of your communication that takes place between you, your client or customer, or between you, your teacher or supervisor. Keeping your communication clear means do not use ambiguous, obscure words. Try to make it clear, consistent and straightforward. If we look at the examples of the clarity, or if we look further division of the clarity, we try to say, try not to be ambiguous. Try not to use such words which are difficult to digest by the audience, by the readers. Example as shown on the screen here, you can see that this particular email by one of the client or by any of the receiver makes things difficult to understand because the email is ambiguous. Things are not clear, which is a poor example of an email. Further, if we improvise this email and look at the another example of the email in front of you on the screen, it helps you that how clear emails are crafted and drafted. If you look at the structure, every bit of the information has been provided here. Every information needed by the receiver has been provided here. Things are crystal clear, simple to understand, and of course, communication takes place at the end of the day. Moving the ball towards the second C of communication, which is correctness. Correctness is the key to success in communication. And when it comes to written communication, at times it saves your time and being embarrassed among the audience. Therefore, we need to take care of correctness in our day-to-day communication at workplace and in university with our supervisors or teachers. Therefore, they say that try to be accurate with figures, facts, and details. You need to use your word checks, spell checks there, being correct. Grammatical structures should be there. Try to avoid or refrain from being ungrammatical in your email writing or letter writing. That is the key to success in your day-to-day business communication. If you look at the example on the screen, it helps you to understand that there are problems, flaws, pitfalls in this particular email or message written by any professional in the organization. Looking at the screen will help you that this is how this problem is resolved. This is how we try to avoid being incorrect in our emails. And at times, when we write an email, there are things, uncertain things that happen, typos happen in our email writing and that make things difficult for the reader. Or at times, we feel embarrassment because without proofreading or without rereading your email, it takes you somewhere else where you do not want to be. Now, further moving down the line, we have completeness on the list. Completeness simply means to complete your message, whatever is required by the audience, whatever is required by the receiver, or whatever is required by the client or customer, you need to put such information on the screen or in your email. In business communication, it plays a vital role to understand and to get through a message. It helps achieving the desired results at the end of the day. Therefore, we need to adhere to the rules and principles that takes us to write a complete message. You can see an example on the screen, which is the poor example written by one of the student, client or customer or service provider. You can see there are issues, there are things that has taken place in this particular message where it is making difficult for the receiver to understand what the sender wants to say. Therefore, another example will just clear our way to understand or digest this particular message, which is more comprehensive, complete. Every bit of the information has been provided, when the meeting would take place and at what time, what place. There are 5 W's. They are usually answered through this particular process, and these examples actually will help you understand this entire phenomenon. Now, if we look at the structure of our communication, there are at times things in our professional lives that we are rushing of time, or we at times run off most of our time. We do not have time in our day-to-day lives, in our business communication, at our workplace. We at times try to accomplish everything just in a jiffy. Therefore, we need to be more concise in our communication. Conciseness is the key to success, to get through a message, where you try to remove wordy expressions. Do not be verbose in your written communication. Do not be choppy in your wordy communication, in our day-to-day communication. And further, try not to add irrelevant information which are not needed. Rather, replace them with the relevant information needed by the client. And apart from that, try to avoid redundancy, which means do not repeat what you have already said before. That would save your time, that would make your email precise and to the point, which is the requirement of the vendor, the client or the customer. And of course, since people do not have time in their professional lives, since they have to meet a lot of deadlines in their day-to-day practices in their professional lives, therefore you need to give them or save their time at the end of the day, so that the emails are precise, comprehensive and concise. And these 4 principles would help you understand how you can make your emails concise. Now, if we look at the screen here, there are examples given to you, and if you look at the message written here on the left hand side, the message is a bit prolonged message written by maybe a juvenile writer, a beginner in the business organization. And if you see that the same message has been said with the different words, with the same theme, with the less words being used. The structure is clear, it is clear, correct, precise, and that is what a business appliance needs to take place, and that is something that is considered a step towards a success in your business communication. Moving further down the line towards the concreteness, which is considered as you need to make your message more concrete. Concreteness here means that try to provide more facts and figures. Try to not be open-ended at the end of the day. Try not to come up with the bigger picture, rather coming up with the narrow things here. Whatever you want to talk about, just exactly talk about that particular phenomena, rather explaining a detailed bigger picture where the important aspects are missing at the end of the day. Looking at the example on the screen would help you understand concreteness in detail. If you look at the first example on the left hand side on the screen, will help you that this is something, a message that has been given here, which is less concrete and it is more broader. More details are needed to understand this particular message, and that's the reason that on the right hand side the example has been provided, which helps you understand that this is something that we can improve our written communication, and where we need to improve that this is how concreteness is minimized. This is how concreteness is improved in your written communication. Rolling the ball towards courteous. Being courteous is something very important for us, being a human being, being a professional, being a student. Therefore, Courteousness or courteous or being courteous in your email writing or day-to-day communication is the key to success. It helps you to maintain a goodwill between you and your client. It helps you to arrange a sort of environment where you try to give your readers an impression that you own them. And for that particular reason, we use the term you attitude. When you are courteous, you try to adopt a you attitude, which is the most needed part, which is considered as the most important aspect in your communication. Moreover, that is something you can do which is considered as a gender-free communication. And when you are being courteous to someone else, you try to use a language which is less gender-free. Further, moving down the line toward the example of courteous. If you look at the example on the screen, it will help you understand that this particular message is written by a juvenile or a beginner writer, where there are different things lacking in this particular message. It is not courteous, a bit harsh tone has been used, the selection of the words will not help the reader to understand it in a way that it is a professional or a business message. Therefore, it should be written in a way where you give people some space to understand you, your organization, your intention of writing. Now, this is one of the improvised version of the email or a message written there, which is helping the reader that you are more courteous. You are putting yourself in others' shoe to understand. You are trying to empathize to understand their message at the end of the day. Now, last but not the least, the consideration part, where you need to consider your audience first, where you need to focus on the clients or the customer interest, where you need to show them what is the possibility actually, rather what is not possible. Here in business organization, you attitude is considered as the key to expand your business, to expand your circle, and avoid saying you have failed rather. So try to say, yes, you have done something which is relevant, and use you attitude as a success story in your communication, and that is something we can achieve our target with. Now, if you look at the screen here, the last but not the least, to avoid being sarcastic or negative, try to be positive in a way that achieves your goal or whatever goal you have set at the end of the day. Since we have talked about all these 7 C's now, and these 7 C's will help you understand your day-to-day communication. If you are a professional or working somewhere else, or you are studying in any of the academia, what you can do is that you can learn your communication and improve your day-to-day communication with your peers, with your clients, with your customers, with your supervisors or teachers. Thank you very much for watching this video. Subscribe this video, keep watching and following this channel to learn how to improve your communication.